Hey guys and girls, welcome back. After we just finished chapter 4, that was a surprise ending. Ash being the fourth. Is it the fourth? Only two people survived Hamel, right? Hamel, as far as we know, and now Ash would be the third. I think. I don't remember. But Ash being a survivor of Hamel at the very least, possibly killed the Emperor. So we're about to find out what the ramifications of this are on the next part at the moment. I'm a little worried though for our boy Ash, I will say that.
This is your morning report on ongoing events. As of last night, the Imperial government has declared martial law by order of Crown Prince Cedric. A military command center has been established, and Governor General Rufus has been appointed as its interim representative. Further, as of this morning, railway access has been severely restricted, not only in Heimdall, but throughout all of Erebonia.
His Majesty has been shot by a military student with an unknown background. Is this sabotage from a foreign country? Was it one of those storage students? A foreign country, there could only be... This is definitely gonna plague us pretty badly with something that big happening.
We are currently using every resource at our disposal to determine the suspect's background. We will share this information with
And you know
all
they
of you
can't
the
tell them
moment we are
anything.
certain.
So they're gonna
wait for now,
plant it on
and
him.
above all, stay
Calvert,
strong. I understand your anger,
just to get them
your sorrow,
a reason.
and your fear, and feel them just as keenly, if not more. And so I pledge to you, we will uncover the truth of this incident.
There's no way, man. I don't know what we're gonna do. I hope we do it fast though, and they don't, cause that's executable, right? You can't just get away with that.
This is the morning news broadcast for Trista. We're told the Emperor's current status is still critical. At this point, it's hard to determine whether or not he'll be able to recover. We now have a message from Prince Olivert to share with you.
The Emperor has yet to regain consciousness. We cannot yet let our guards down. Do not become lost in rumors and hearsay. Remain steadfast and support one another through this dark time. Have faith that the light of hope will yet show itself and illuminate the path ahead.
Good old Oliver. Oh, I hear the Emperor and Prince Alphen are still unconscious.
I never thought Ash would... We had our differences at first, but he wasn't a bad person. After everything we overcame together, we grew to understand each other. And I know now, there is absolutely no way he's the kind of person who would commit such an atrocity.
Yeah, he's not.
I agree.
Not without like some sort of
He was
clear-cut
definitely
reason
a
behind it.
troublemaking punk. But he wasn't selfish or irresponsible. And despite his lone wolf tough guy act, he'd always help us when we needed him. But looking back, Something may have been a little off about him.
It was quite the surprise to hear he was from Hamel. Tita, you knew someone else who was born there, right?
Yeah. I didn't know there was another survivor. He's in Liberl right now.
Unfortunately, we can't use the communication network, and we're not allowed to board Panzer's soldats. To be honest, I'm beginning to worry about Altina, too.
Yeah.
Where did she go? Stop her from going where?
Reen?
Never thought that kid could have done something like that. It's my fault. Even though he seemed like he was tough, I always knew he was a bit unstable too. I should have done something about it after our trip to Hamel. But I kept getting sidetracked by other problems. I failed him as his instructor. That's not true, Reen. This is my first time being an instructor, and I'm still a total half-ass. Toe is new here too. Can't just expect to be perfect at it after only a few months.
That's right, Reen. I think the important thing is what you do next. Altina's already hard at work, right?
Well,
I received a message through the emergency channel. We've been called to gather. I must report to Intelligence Division HQ.
But...
are you going to be okay? Right now, things are...
There is no need to worry. I'm sure Milliam and Major Arundel will be there as well. However, I'm more worried about Ash.
well...
What he did was so out of the blue. There must be something going on behind the scenes.
and that black haze. I bet it had something to do with it.
That's the only conclusion I can come to.
It's possible he was being controlled by some manner of chemical or hypnosis. It is also fairly likely something of a magical nature was involved as well. Therefore, I will attempt to gain as much information as possible. I refuse to leave a fellow member of Class 7 behind.
Altina.
You've grown a lot.
Yes, yes.
I agree.
Even if you've been summoned, don't forget, you're still a student of Thor's. If they try to limit your actions, let us know through the emergency comm network. I'll come get you. Even if I need to use Valimar to do it.
Instructor Reen.
Yeah, us too.
No matter what.
Please be careful.
Thank you, everyone.
You're right. I can't afford to fall behind the students. The principal and all the others are doing everything they can. Someone from the old Class 7. Milliam!
Reen, he's
Hey,
still in
what?
there. Nope, not me. Lecture's busy, so that means I'm too late. Oh no, it's nothing. I'll take care of it. So
Oh,
don't
no.
worry.
Did they not get a call back to go as well? What? Who took out Tina? The government will make an important announcement and we've been instructed to listen. Are they gonna shut down the branch campus? I hope not. What's happening?
We cannot, we must not, and we will not. With blood and with iron, we shall mete out justice. Well played, Armbrust.
Dearest people of Heim, I am Cedric Rice.
This is gonna be insane.
The Emperor yet remains in critical condition. Needless to say, we have the most skill. We would greatly appreciate if everyone would pray for aid. However, this incident demonstrates the scope of the threat and the identity of the foreign power that orchestrated this tragedy. In my father's stead, as Crown Prince, to a man I'm sure you may all be familiar with, Chancellor GAIUS Osborne. Alongside him will be Governor General Rufus Alberea, who has already proven himself.
I am Rufus Alberea. We are still in the process of investigating the events that occurred at Valflame Palace. However, it was a handgun manufactured in the Republic of Calvard. It was a Verne Company make. It was made of a material that allowed it to pass through metal detectors. Further, it has come to light that in the past few days, nearly 100 Calvardian spies had infiltrated Heimdall.
Just tell the world.
I am GAIUS. It pains me beyond description that we can do. My inability to prevent this tragedy leaves. But I ask you, is after countless instances of military activity at our borders, our neighbor has finally become brazen enough.
Yeah, they're using this just to start war. This is it. This is his spring rocket to attack Calvard.
And now this, for hundreds of years now. But this is no less than a declaration of war. We can no.
needless to say, we would be their size and military might are nearly equal to our own. Therefore,
we must make a decision.
We must put aside the difference between noble and commoner, between individuals and organizations. In order to overcome this dire threat to our way of life, every citizen of Erebonia must come together as one. To enable such a feat, we will establish. It shall be known as the National Mobilization Law.
This is gonna be horrible. It's a political science term. We learned it in Instructor TOCS class. A way by which the government can leverage absolute power over its citizens to prepare the entire country for war. People's businesses, groups, even entire provinces. That they can take control of anything without repercussions, right? So everything's starting to connect. Yeah, he was a pawn. Yeah. Speculation, my ass. Shut up.
Emma, Gaius.
Yes, we are at
Are
camp.
you at camp?
We need to meet up and talk about everything that's happening. Also, there are some
People I need to meet.
I have no issue with it.
But how do we leave the camp?
Good point. I don't think the Imperial Defense Force is just gonna let us waltz out of here.
Right, but we need to find an excuse so they'll let Reen out.
Oh, I'm sure we'll figure something out.
Celine!
What? Is that Class 7's?
Ah, so the familiar's here.
Shut up and follow me. Get moving already.
Follow you where?
Do you recall that old oak tree in the center of camp? I'll summon a magic circle by it that will let you travel through the spirit veins.
You can do that?
Man, this magic stuff sure is handy.
Take us with you!
You guys.
Hey, all of you.
Don't try to claim this doesn't concern.
We're worried about Altina too, so please let us go with you.
Come to think of it, this totally falls under our special ops missions, right?
All right. Class 7, resume special ops missions.
Yes, sir. I don't care.
I need all.
Who do they want to
If you're
introduce
going
me
to
to,
go,
though?
at least make sure you're fully prepared.
Yeah, we're going. I don't care. Final chapter, For Whom the Bell Tolls. Dope. I'm ready. Okay. Hey, it just gave me a bunch of shizzles. Let's throw down some saves. Because things are heating up. This is war. He's declared war against Calvard. Things are gonna come to a crazy hold here. The cemetery.
Reen!
You guys!
It's everyone from the old Class 7.
I'm glad you made it out. Good work, Celine. It was nothing.
Oh, so you all came with him?
That's right.
We may slow you down.
Not at all. It will be a
All this concerns you guys just as much as it does us.
Milliam isn't with you after all.
Yes, she rushed off this morning. What in the world could she be doing?
When she called you, it seemed...
Yeah, something's definitely going on. We'll just have to leave it to Milliam.
Yes.
I'm worried.
Okay. Kind of want Sarah. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, it's not like I can't use all of Class 7 as I see fit. All right. Where are we going? Southgate, right?
Oh, the sky is making
It's
me
very
uneasy.
dark and gloomy.
It's as though it's foreshadowing the worst.
The spirit veins are a mess too.
Let's get going.
Take our bike. Southgate's there. Alright, how are we getting in?
Silver gleam of knowledge and shining jade winds.
What?
Let your opposed powers be as a gale across the skies of
What?
their souls.
We are acting on orders
What?
for our mission. The students of the branch campus are accompanying us for this mission. There is nothing strange about us being here. Please inform the other members of the military police to allow us to pass.
What is it? These two are Jedis. Nothing as usual. What the hell? Who are we meeting, though? Is it the Elder, maybe? Who does he want us to meet?
The next stop is Heimdall Central Station. Heimdall Central Station. Please make sure you have all your belongings before exiting the tram.
The Heimdall Cathedral.
It feels oddly quiet around here.
Let's go inside after we've finished any other business we have.
Enter the cathedral.
So, you've arrived at last.
That is definitely the Elder's voice. Oh, no, it's Rosine, right?
Yes, it's good to see you all again. Please, come in. They're waiting for you just over there.
Ah, I'm glad you all finally made it.
Hey,
The church has
Lysander.
decided this issue now merits the attention of the Congregation for the Sacraments. As such, the Archbishop and all the staff here have been moved to another location. Thank you for all your diligence, Rosine. I'd feel much better if you were to stand watch over the front door now, just in case.
Yes, understood.
Let me introduce you. This man is a member of the Gralsritter, a division of the Septian Church. He's the second in command, in fact. Thomas Lysander.
Hey, the Gralsritter are so the Gralsritter, I believe, are basically like bounty hunting church goers in a sense, but they hunt down relics, like artifacts that are of power, and I think you get a kind of sense of the Gralsritter's group in Trails in the Sky 3, which you get to actually kind of dive into their world a little deeper.
He holds the seat of Second Dominion and is sometimes known by his title, the Partitioner.
Yep.
Now allow me to introduce you. This man is one of the Gralsritter's 12 Dominions.
What? Gaius is a part. What?
The successor to the 8th Dominion, Gaius Warzel.
No way.
Yeah, a lot happened all at once. After graduating from Thors, I returned to Nord and began observing the... However, I began to feel something. I consulted my father and the chief, and eventually my old teacher, Father Barkhorn, came to visit. You might remember the name. He was the traveling priest we chased after during the Civil War. But it turns out, he was also the 8th Dominion of the Gralsritter, with the title the Roaring Lion. He was an extremely skilled knight, who investigated the Salt Pale in Northumbria and trained Brigadier General Bardius. Apparently, he was worried, and came to Nord to check up on me. He explained to me that what I had been sensing was called the Gale of Ruin. I'm not sure why I'm able to sense it. I mentioned this to him and he came to a realization. But then it happened. A Calvardian ship that broke past the 7th Armored Division attacked my village. My father was away at the time. I fought back in an attempt to protect my family, but it was no use. Right as I prepared myself for death, my teacher threw his huge body in the way to protect me. And as he lay there dying, he passed his stigma onto me. Across the nearly 1,000-year history of the Grolsritter, its highest-ranking members have each borne one of 12 sacred markings. This was one of those markings.
The Roaring Lion. That's crazy. Let's see.
Grandmother! Stop hiding! Come out already!
Hey, she's here.
You're the one who called us here in the first place, aren't you?
I only hid myself so as not to interrupt your discussion. Indeed. But you may simply call me Rose. I had you all gather here for one reason, to explain to you the background between the Hexen clan and the church.
It's not as though we don't believe in Aidios. There have been some differences in opinion over the years, but we and the church have worked together on a number of occasions.
For example, during the War of the Lions, or the vampire incident in the Middle Ages. Not to mention the fight against the Dark Dragon 800 years ago.
But all that was just Rose sticking her nose into other people's business.
Legend has it, Emperor Dreikel's camp was once visited by a good witch, and the novel Red Moon Rose features a vampire hunter affiliated with the church who was, in truth, the true...
It was
The
her.
woman you now see before you was both of these people, even if she looks a bit different.
800 or so. However, you should know that my situation is somewhat unique. All other witches are normal humans, except, of course, for the fact that they are all descendants of those who once guarded the Septarian of Fire.
Crossbow's Mirage Septarian was an artificially created fake. Why, to hazard a guess, there goes to Car the two treasures that originally existed. The Septarian of Fire and Earth, that once called the land of Erebos home. So Liberal had the Septarian of Space and Crossbow the Septarian of Mirage, but Erebonia had two Septarians. And the Black Workshop and the Gnomes are the same people. Descendants of those who guarded the Septarian of Earth. So the Gnomes guard the Septarian of Earth. You may be aware that each Septarian has its own holy beast assigned to watch over it. Liberal had an ancient dragon. Crossbow had a divine wolf. And as it had two Septarian, Erebonia had two holy beasts. However, after the Great Collapse, each of them vanished alongside the Septarian they were to oversee.
In the beginning, this land housed two of the Septarian. The Arc Rouge, Septarian of Fire and wielder of fierce power. The Lost Zem, Septarian of Earth and bearer of unyielding endurance. Each assumed the form of a colossal guardian and went about granting boons and performing miracles for its people. For a few centuries, the land of Erebonia prospered. But eventually, its people began to vie for power and control. The Septarians had always granted their people's wishes. But now, their peoples each wished for the other's destruction. And so, the two colossi began fighting. Their battle ravaged the earth and split the sky, devastating the entire region. The humans tried to stop them, but it was in vain. The Septarians' fight continued 1,000 days, scorching the land black. When the battle ended at long last, it was a tie. Exhausting their power in one final strike, the two Septarian were blown away, left as nothing but empty shells. Yet the tale did not end there.
The power expelled by each Septarian collided and became one, resulting in the creation of an entirely new entity. The Great One, the Septarian of Steel. It was an existence created from the union of fire and earth. It was beyond anything else in this realm. It was the ultimate source of power. Though they knew this conflict would cause it to grow ever more unstable, and that it was not something that could be handled by mankind.
With the Holy Beast's assistance, the Kins of Fire and Earth joined together to see the Great One sealed away. However, each of their attempts ended in failure. Left with no other options, they resorted to their final plan. The Great One would remain whole in the higher plane, yet its physical incarnation in this world split into numerous shards. It was this final gambit that saw disaster averted.
Indeed. Their combined efforts bore fruit. The Kin of Earth created 7 vessels, while the Kin of Fire split the Great One's power and infused each vessel.
Are those
with
the
a part
Divine
of it.
Knights?
7 dolls in the form of knights, each bearing the Great One's power. The Divine Knights.
Damn. So the kin of fire became the Hexen clan, and the kin of earth became the gnomes. They split the unstable ultimate power into 7, then both sides decided to watch over the reconstruction after the Great Collapse.
"900 years ago, Heimdall was a small city of only about 50,000 people. However, the Septian Church had finished construction on the Heimdall Cathedral, but it was then the Dark Dragon appeared. Emperor Astorius chose to lead his people south and made St. Art the new capital of Erebonia.
In helping Emperor Astorius deal with this crisis, the Hexen clan and gnomes each suffered substantial losses. The Hexen clan lost its elder, and the gnomes their holy beast. And so ended their alliance. The final time they spoke would be a century later. It was when Emperor Hector awakened the Vermilion Knight to reclaim Heimdall from the Dark Dragon. He did so at the urging of the chief of the gnomes and the new elder of the Hexen clan, myself. However, the Emperor fell to the Dark Dragon's miasma, and the Vermilion Knight to its curse. The Emperor's son had the chief of the gnomes and myself seal the cursed knight deep below the Imperial Palace. That would be the last act our two clans performed together. I do not know why, but the gnomes cut off contact with our clan and hid themselves away. In the 800 years that followed, whenever war struck Erebonia, a divine knight would enter the stage, demonstrate its might, then vanish. I was certain the gnomes were involved, yet all we could do was guide awakeners on the proper course.
Damn. And these are all the different awakeners.
This unending pattern reached its most fevered peak 250 years ago during the War of the Lions. The false Emperor Orthros unearthed the cursed Vermilion Knight, and a mercenary under Prince Lucius' employ awakened the Palatinate Knight. Prince Dreichels found the Ashen Knight, and Leanne, the Argent Knight. The four awakened at once, made for a grand war.
This also means, though, we've only seen 4 of the 7 Divine Knights so far. So there is still 3 more Divine Knights that we have yet to witness. Was I who guided Leanne to become the Argent Awakener. She kept them hidden away. It was only during her battle with the Apocalypse that she unleashed her full might. In the end, however, she was fatally injured and passed away after the war. I witnessed her revival, along with your ancestor, our sage, second in command of the Eisenritter. Damn. She simply woke up. What? Even telling her love Dreichels. Damn, she was in love with Dreichels? her right-hand man. Black Alberic. Though I do not believe he's an immortal like me, the leadership of the gnomes is somehow passed down from one to the next. In order for them to achieve their goal of bringing about the Great Twilight, the reason Barkhorn and I were in Ereboni was because we discovered an anomaly. It was like a ripple effect. Native to cross, we started blooming in the Empire. If the Great Twilight really is about to happen, then all of this seems to be an omen of things to come. You know who it is. In any event, Alberic and the Chancellor are probably connected.
When the sacrifice is made and the ancient blood flows, the path to the Grawl of Erebos shall open. When the tainted holy beast is pierced by the blade of World's End, and its blood fills the Grawl, the great twilight shall fall upon the land.
And the tainted holy beast, as was stated earlier, guys, was a sacred place beneath this cathedral, the primal ground, a facility that was designed to play a major role after the Great Collapse. 900 years ago, when Heimdall was shrouded in darkness, it retreated beneath here and disappeared. Yes, there's one beneath the Grand Soul Cathedral in Liberal, too. However, when Heimdall was retaken, the space beneath the cathedral was buried by rock. But what if it didn't disappear and simply transferred somewhere else? The holy beast mentioned in the prophecy is likely the holy beast of Earth. As I said before, it disappeared after the disaster 9,000 years ago. It is only speculation, but I believe the dark dragon you faced the other day was merely a servant of the true holy beast. Though it was indeed a powerful cryptid, it was not something the witches and gnomes could not take care of together. If the holy beast gave birth to the dark dragon and is still alive somewhere, where else could it be but the primal ground? Regarding this blade of World's End that defeats the holy beast, in other scriptures it is called the Originator Zero. I'm speculating that it's a special weapon created by the Black Workshop. At the very least, it probably isn't anything like what the Balsh uses. Do you think it's made of Zamorian ore, like the weapons used by the Divine Knights?
Muse?
Is something the matter?
Oh?
You realize something?
Right now, we need
anything at all could help.
Yes, you're right. That term. Originator Zero. Could that be OZ, perhaps?
Milliam and Altina. I forgot about that.
That's what the Black Workshop called Milliam and Altina.
They're model numbers. OZ.
Oh, what are you talking about?
So you finally made it.
That
Vita.
voice.
Vita! Ah, so the prodigal granddaughter returns.
Misty, Vita.
I heard you had been acting on your own.
Nice to see you again, grandmother. Emma, Celine, and Class 7 too. And thank you for mediating, Mr. Lysander.
Oh, don't even mention it. It always breaks my heart to see a family torn apart so.
Vita! Why? You really don't plan on ever coming back, do you?
That's correct. As I said before, I can't return to you and grandmother. I can just like the Steel Maiden.
Seriously, who even is this Grandmaster person? I have no clue. But it is clear she is quite taken with them. So do tell, Vita. If you have not decided to return to us, has Ouroboros finally decided upon its course of action?
Yes. After our experiments with the 3 ions, the 6 other Anguis came to a unanimous decision. They decided to ignore my warning. They will work with the Chancellor and the Gnomes to bring about the Great Twilight, completing the Phantasmal Blaze Plan.
So that's how it is. The reason Ouroboros was so quiet the past month wasn't because they left Erebonia.
It was to carry out their plan and determine whether they should work alongside enemies and traitors.
How can that be? If that were the case, it means...
They're all
Wow.
enemies?
We can't trust no one.
It's not the cathedral's bell.
Huh? I think
I recognize it from Crossbell.
You do?
Yeah, I'm sure of it. I remember hearing it right before... Oh! The one from the museum!
The bell from Stargazer's tower?
But the sound's coming from a different direction than the museum.
The Phantasm... I wonder how much of this she foresaw.
That is quite enough mumbling to yourself.
It'll be a bit tough without Grianos. I'll need your help, grandmother. Emma, Celine, you too.
Yes!
I'm not your slave.
What are they gonna show us? Oh, they're these 3. These 4. Go. They said one of the Eisenritter are the Arcade. Oh. Damn, a lot is going on at the moment, huh? Look at this. Look it, they're all bad. They're all together.
Now then, let's say we celebrate the continuation of the Phantasmal Blaze Plan by ringing in the Great Twilight. I, Enforcer number 0, the Fool, shall play the opening.
Damn it, they have Altina too, and Milliam's just chilling there. I'm worried. Imperial Villa, 500 Arch Point. Why, though? Why would they just go along with this evil plan? Like, what is wrong with Prince Cedric? What is wrong with these people?
Check that out!
Huh. Sure is something.
Well, how about that?
So, the beginning
And then
of the end.
cheese with them. Sharon.
Deja vu.
The Grawl of Erebos. Just as the Black Records foretold.
The crypt where the great power will be reborn.
Reen. Uses.
Couldn't have guessed this is how my day would turn out when I woke up this morning.
Let us begin. It is time. Chief of the Gnomes and head of the workshop, show me the way. Black Alberic.
Yeah, it's Lumen, right? Alberic of the Black Demise.
As you wish.
I mean, it was obvious. They look just like Lumen, just with blue hair. Like, they're all just happy-go-lucky as they destroy the world and cause all this trouble for us. What's happening here? Oh, they're standing guard. Wow.
Rufus. Millium.
Was that?
Yes. But why?
Boss, Zeno, and Leo.
Azure Siegfried.
And the blazing demon and the fool were there.
So that's the maiden.
Why? We just spoke this morning and... What's going on?
Oh no! Wait! Is Black Alberic her dad?
Lisa.
That man's name was Lumen or something like that.
Franz Lumen.
Yeah.
The first disciple
It was
of G.
Franz
Schmidt and the
Reinford.
deceased husband of the Reinford Group's chairman. Also known as Franz Reinford.
Ah. So he has been lurking in the shadows these past 20 years.
Yes. Perhaps for the sake of working with the Chancellor to engineer this very moment.
Elisa,
Snap out of it. Now's not the time.
We got stuff to do.
As a bracer, I can't just sit here and let them pull off whatever that Twilight
Hell
crap
yeah.
is they're planning. How about all of you?
She's right. We can't stop here.
We gathered together to do whatever we could to help. Our goal remains unchanged.
Yep, true.
Lisa, let's go.
We're stopping them.
Yeah.
Well, Vita, what will you do now?
Well, I'd like to charge in there alongside the rest of you. Unfortunately, I suspect things won't be quite that easy.
What do you...
Something's...
There's a turbulent swirl in the mana.
Was that? I believe so.
Sir Lysander, Sir Gaius, cryptids and magic knights have appeared all over the city.
That's great. Just one thing after the other. Oh my gosh. Giant elephant monsters. See, why would he let this oh god. This is just as much as the king's fault as Osborne.
Mother! Grandfather!
Nice.
It appears your suspicion was proven correct, Miss Clotilde.
That's the partitioner's power.
A useful trick indeed. I shall assist
Hell
with
yeah.
the rest.
Do it. Take them down.
That's our grandmother for you.
Good job, Rosine.
Emma, help me! Of course!
Oh yeah, this is dope. The sister witches doing their thing.
Incredible! This is what the Hexen clan and the Gralsritter are capable of?
Reen! Everyone! It's Elise and Princess Alphen!
Wait! Stay back! Watch out!
Your Highness! Run! I can't leave you here!
We won't make it in time.
Ill-mannered
Patrick!
brutes! How dare you threaten these ladies!
Dope.
Patrick! The son of the High Arms family?
Damn, he got the nice one.
Thank the goddess.
Let's finish them! Indeed!
Hell yeah, Patrick. Saving the day.
Reen! Oh, I'm so glad you're all right.
You too, Elise. Thank you, Patrick. You really saved the day there.
I simply happen to be in the right place at the right time. But what in Adios' name is going on?
Does all this have something to do with that bell we heard?
In truth.
Cedric, why?
Seems like all of Heimdall is like this.
The Railway Military Police and the 4th Armored Division have begun to move, but...
Damn. We need to keep Her Highness and the others safe.
Don't worry. I'll take care of that. I can create a barrier around the girls' school. That way, they should be safe from things like magic night.
Really?
Yeah, get everyone inside the girls' school.
Vita!
My. We were counting on you, but...
I suppose we have no other option.
Patrick, please, take care of them.
After Vita, you'll be the next most skilled combatant guarding them. I shan't let so much as a hair on their heads come to harm. Please be careful yourselves.
I never would have thought something like this would happen. All of you, keep your wits about you.
Yes, you as well.
I promise I'll come back safely. After all, and exactly how much you know about Sharon and the Black Workshop.
Oh.
Elisa.
My agreement with Sharon was always meant to end the moment he reappeared. The man she fought 10 years ago. The one who vanished into the flames he left behind. Now that our agreement has come to an end, there's nothing left to
That's
tie her
effed
down.
up, man. Why does the mom not tell us? None of these adults in this game, they suck. They're
I'm sure she can return to her former job without a care
keeping
in her
secrets.
mind.
Mother.
There are better ways to put it. Schmidt, how much did you know?
Nothing more than a suspicion. When I found his notes on the Panzer Soldats, I knew he intended to present them. Apparently, however, he's become consumed with some ridiculous delusion. So I will see this through to the end. I plan to find out what he intends to do with my third disciple.
So you already knew about George?
Yes. I approached him knowing he was from the same place as Franz, the Black Workshop, headquarters of the Gnome.
If you're not convinced, then the only thing to do is go hear it for yourself. Sharon's true feelings, and the truth about that man.
Of course that's what I...
Reen, Muse, Yuna, and...
We will. You stay safe too. Elise, Your Highness. May Adios protect you.
We'll come back, I promise. So please wait for us.
I believe in you, Reen. And everyone else from Class 7.
Please, stop Cedric and the others.
As you wish.
I swear it on my honor as a noble, and even more, as a member of Class 7.
We shall put a stop to that bell and its grim tolling.
Vita, please take care of things here.
Of course. Once this is all done, consider it my way of apologizing for avoiding you for so long.
I'd like that, but I won't hold my breath.
Oh my.
You reap what you sow, Vita.
Oh well, it seems Emma has matured enough that she can see right through her secretive sister's lies.
Oh, you're one to talk, grandmother.
I love this. I hate this because a lot of stuff is happening, but I love this.
Wow. So this is what the second Anguis can do.
Dope.
Very well. We are now ready to depart.
Indeed. Let's be off. Rosine, please take care of things here.
Yes, I'll try to get in contact with Sir Hemisphere somehow. Reen, Gaius, everyone, stay safe.
You too. Thank you.
All right.
To the Imperial Villa. No, the Grawl of Erebos.
It's crazy. It's crazy. I don't know what to think about everything that's happening at the moment. Oh my god. They're ravaging.
Everyone, this way! Let me know if anyone's injured.
Oh, Monk.
This kind of stuff is what gets you the big-time awards. No way I'm gonna let my chance get away.
Here, Hugo. You didn't have a hand in all this, did you?
Of course not, is what I'd like to say. But I can't deny this is the sort of crisis they would engineer.
What's that supposed to mean?
Hold, Fiend! It's the fourth
Hey! Hey, 9 parts! Hey, Owen! Hell yeah. First Armored Division doing work.
The Central Boulevard is now secure. However, it seems the threat is still spreading across all districts.
We received a report that something's happened to the Corel Imperial Villa.
All units, break into 3 regiments. We'll each move to different parts of the city. Nighthawk, contact both Thor's campuses.
Understood. Warrant Officer Allen, you... Huh? What was that? What in Adios' name? Those look just like the thing that showed up
it's
in the
those
old
damn black demon-looking things that we fought.
Out of the way!
Oh no.
Oh no!
Look out! Kai! Matthew!
Run away, you two!
Quit trying to show off, idiot. It's you guys! The Bracer Lady, too!
Everyone okay?
Leave it to us.
We must rid ourselves of this trash at once.
I'll partition us off to limit the damage. No need to hold back, ladies and gentlemen.
You have our thanks.
We'll have this place cleared out in an instant. Class 7, old and new. Prepare for combat.
Let's go.
Yeah!